Berserker class is one of the most powerful classes in Terror from the Void. Let's see the skills, abilities, and how to build a good Berserker. Mutations are very important because they are providing defensive and offensive abilities. Armored Head is providing to this character immunity to shock damage. So in this case, Luis, this Berserker, is not dazed and can move next turn after Pandora's finishing the turn. With the Stomp Less, we can not only inflict damage, but also shock damage and daze enemies, and also we can clear, goo, fire, this kind of stuff I show you. Delirium is increasing inflicted damage 2% per mutation. Delirium is an extraordinary asset because we are inflicting a lot more damage. In this case, with 2 mutation, we are obtaining 269 damage with this melee weapon instead of the regular 160. Why? Because we had 17 delirium for Luis, and that means plus 68% damage. It's a lot. Dash is a class skill increasing movement. Dash is a very important skill for Berserker, especially for melee attack. For example, we can spend 2 action points reaching this Arthron, or we can spend only 1. So we can hit and hide if we want, using Dash. Close Quarter Evade is a skill, a class skill, defensive and passive. Close Quarter Evade means that enemies within 10 tiles are inflicting less damage. Bloodlust is coming in handy when the character is losing hit points, obtaining speed and damage. In the case of Bloodlust, we are in fact increasing the range, the speed of the character, and also increasing the strength of the attack. For example, we can move here and inflict a lot of damage thanks to Bloodlust, reduce hit points. Inor Pain is one of my favorite class skills, preventing panic, and every limb is available full mission. With Inor Pain, one character can't be panicked, but also, even without arms, it's not a problem because the limbs remains functional, so we can engage and attack enemies. Adrenaline Rush is the last class skill, level 7, and probably the most powerful. Adrenaline Rush is very interesting when we can attack several enemies around and we want to spend a minimum amount of action points, and we can combine with Killer Instinct. So for example, here we are not spending action points. Now we had Adrenaline Rush, spending 1 A point. From here we can move even without using Dash and engage a second enemy and destroy both of them, obtaining at the same time Will. Gunata is a class ability and is available using handguns. Gunata can provide additional attacks without spending action points, only Will. For example, we can use Gunata spending only 3, Will 0 action points. Killer Instinct is a passive class ability and can provide free attacks with melee weapons and handguns, for example. Killer Instinct is triggered every time an enemy is ending the turn very close, like 5 tiles, meaning we had one attack for free. In this case, we can use this melee weapon and not spending action points for the first strike. Breath Mist is clearing the mist within 3 tiles radius and also providing will. Breath Mist can provide a lot of willpower. For example, if you find a good patch of mist, in this case plus 12 will. So War of Chain is a passive ability. You recruit your Berserker from the disciples and is inflicting viral to the attacker, meaning if the enemy is inflicting 100 damage, for example, to your operative, the enemy is receiving 25 viral. Die Hard is a Phoenix ability. You recruit Berserker from the Phoenix bases or events. You obtain this ability for Berserker, and this is underrated, but it's very impressive. Die Hard is providing a chance for attacks inflicting damage, most of the time damage over time, killing the character next turn. You can't do anything instead if you have this ability, Die Hard, because Die Hard will remove a negative status in the following turn and is providing 1 hit points and this immunity for the turn against Pandorans. So we can take advantage of this situation. The other ability from Phoenix for Berserker class is Battle Hardened. So we had +2 to all primary stats, strength, willpower, speed, and +10% accuracy, and +4 perception. If we choose armored head, is compensating.